Hello, friends. It's Doris with Aldi Books. Happy Friday. Oh my goodness. I had another crazy busy day today, and we're having house guests tonight. So I should just, shed the idea of uploading a video every day in September, but it's early in the month to give up. So I'm just gonna keep on trying. But I'm having to use another one of my quick and easy video ideas already, but that's okay. This is the BookTuber Journey Tag, or my BookTube Journey Tag. Oh God, I can't even remember. And I just looked. It's been that kind of a week, but you'll have read the title, so you will know. Anyway, I think this is like the veteran booktubers version of the BookTube newbie tag. That's my interpretation, my take on it. But I was actually tagged by Lady. Freeform Lady is her channel name. I will link her below. She's absolutely delightful Southern lady, and I'm one of those too. Can I call myself delightful? I'm definitely Southern. So there you go. Anyway, let's just dive in, shall we? Number one, how long have you been watching BookTube? So let's just skip to number two so I can do the math here. Number two is how long have you been making BookTube videos? So I started making videos in December of 2016. So 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So that's 7, and this is 24. So 7.5, pushing 8 years. Really? Time flies. So that's how long I've been making videos, and I would say I probably started 6 months prior-ish watching, probably less than that. So probably I've been watching for around 8 years and making videos for almost 8 years. And number three, what made you start making videos? I am just the kind of person that when I get interested in something, I want to participate. So more than just commenting, I wanted to be a part of the action. And I really like learning new things. So yeah, that's just my personality. Number four, are there any people who have played a significant role in your BookTube journey? Definitely. So, so Heidi from My Reading Life, we just kind of discovered a love for science and nature writing and just really hit it off, and we started the Book Naturalists book club. Stephanie and Jenny King, they were doing vlogs like before they were really super popular, so I kind of got interested in vlogging through them. And oh gosh, there was this booktuber, a YA booktuber named April. I don't even remember her channel name anymore, but that's how I found BookTube. She was like crossover. So she was a booktuber that made some journaling planner videos, and I found those journaling videos, and which was what I had been into at the time. And it was like a crossover video that she had made, and looking into her videos, I saw this BookTube thing, and I'm like, what is BookTube? And I kept like trying to find a place, but then I realized it was an idea. So that's how I found BookTube. And there are just a billion people I could mention, but I'm ready to get my weekend started. So let's just move on to number 5. what kinds of books do you like to read? Most of them. Like, it would be easier for me to tell you what I don't like to read. So, I don't particularly care for mysteries, but I do read them on occasion. You know, who can resist Cloak and Dagger Christmas? Not I. Yeah. I don't particularly like much science fiction either, although, again, I do read it on occasion. Like, Project Hail Mary was fabulous. So, yeah. I love fantasy, like high fantasy is my preference. I love romance, although I really like Regency romance. But there are a few contemporary authors that I'm loving as well. I love nonfiction a lot, and especially science-based. Well, I mean, history too. Memoirs, really love memoirs. I love literary fiction. I like the term literary fiction. It really works for me. I don't always love historical fiction, to be honest. I love graphic nonfiction. I don't particularly care for graphic novels. Once in a while they work, but I love graphic nonfiction. What else? So many things. But anyway, I'm in the Shorty September groove right now, and that's really working for me. Anyway, got me out of a reading slump, it did. Number 6, how has that changed since you started on BookTube? I would say it has not changed. I've always been the same reader. What has changed is that my knowledge of where to find the types of books that I like has changed. And I also will say that my evolution on BookTube and the books I read has definitely changed, because I think that when I first got on BookTube, you get excited. Your bookshelves go from 0 to 200 in a year. I'm not even exaggerating. It's very exciting to get involved in the bookish game, and reading. It's just so fun. But when I first got on and my physical TBR expanded exponentially, I was finding booktubers whose style of talking about a book I really, really enjoyed. And all of these book titles and authors were swirling in my head from, these people. And I was just buying books willy-nilly because they sounded interesting. And, I liked what these people had said about them. And eventually it got overwhelming. The Tower of Doom years, if you have been around that long. And then I moved to China. I think I'm talking about some further questions here, but I moved to China, and I had whittled my shelf down quite a bit through the Tower of Doom days and the Card of Chaos. But then when I had to pack up all my things, I got rid of a bunch of books, and they just, I did the Marie Kondo spark and joy thing. I know, but they're not precious to me. I love books and I love reading, but I was also happy to let them go, because when you let them go back into the wild, that just means other people can have them too, which is also a lovely thing. And I think I've lost track of what I was saying, the point. How has my reading changed? So I have figured out that I need to weigh what people say about books against my personal interests. So just because I like the way somebody talks about a book now I do further research and make sure the topics are things that I really enjoy and am interested in. So, yeah. What kind of videos do you most like to make? Vlogs. I know they're not popular, but that's what I like. I like to watch them and I like to make them. Number 8, how has that changed since you started on BookTube? Do you think your video making style has changed over time? I would say not. I am still the lazy editor that I have always been. I speak off the cuff and film off the cuff, and I am fine with that. I would say, though, that my confidence in speaking in front of the camera, in front of an audience, even though it's not live, has increased tremendously. And being on this platform has helped my professional life, to be honest. I've always been comfortable speaking in front of people, but this has increased my skill level at that. Yeah, just word choices and presentation and the way you carry yourself and your tone. This has really benefited me to be on here. So enjoyable and beneficial is BookTube. I feel like I'm Yoda today. Let me stop that. Number 9, do you script and or edit your videos, and has that changed over time? No, I do not script. Editing is very minimal. I merge clips together, and once in a while I will truncate clips that are too long, and I'll add a few introductory words, but I'm basic because, that's all I have time and interest for. Number 10, what is the most viewed video on your channel? I didn't know what this was, so I did look this one up, and it is a bookish bullet journal, which has 4.6 thousand views. Holy Hannah. Yeah, that's a lot. So again, but I think that's interesting because I found BookTube from a crossover video, and obviously these are a lot of crossover people in the journaling community that are going to that video. So that's super interesting. Most of the other big videos, like the 2000K range, are book hauls, which I still to this day don't understand that. Like, book hauls are honestly some of my least favorite videos. Like, a few of my besties, my BookTube besties, I watch their book hauls, but by and large, that's just not interesting to me. Anyway, what is your favorite video that you've ever made? Well, that was my big news video where I announced to the world that I had a boyfriend and was moving to China. That was just fun. That was real fun. Number 12, I'm skipping because I just didn't have the mental energy to think about it. It required a lot of thinking, and I didn't have the time for that. And also, I think that it will be a great short video later this month when I need another filler. So that is, do you have a favorite book you read because of BookTube? I'm going to leave you hanging on that one because I need to think about it. Number 13, do you have a favorite BookTube experience to tell us about? So that would be anytime I get to meet people that are friends from BookTube. So I've gotten to meet Joe Smith, a famous commenter around here. I have met Adam from Memento Mori, who makes a cameo from time to time, but he was all the rage when I started. Stephanie, she invited me to stay at her house. So lovely. And she came to see me in Tennessee. Jenny King has also visited. I visited her. I think we met up at a park a couple times, events, I got to go to the first BookTube Prize meetup right before the COVID, the year before. So I met Kendra Winchester, Robert from Barter Hordes, some other people. this past summer, I got to go stay with Heidi from my reading life and my book naturalist partner, and just stayed at her lake house in Maine. Oh, it was fabulous. And then we took a weekend trip together to New York City and met up with Karen from Run Right Reads. So really lovely. So if I've forgotten anybody else, I apologize, but I absolutely adore meeting everybody that I've met on BookTube. What does your book collection look like? So currently I have just the books. Like when I came to China, I brought, I think, about 50 books with me, and I have read some of those. I probably have 20, 25 of those left. And then just recently I came back from the summer travels. We went to Canada and the US and Spain, and I bought 25 books on that trip, and I have a few I picked up in Italy and Hong Kong. So I probably have 50 to 75 books on hand at the moment. I'm not sure the exact count. Maybe I'll count them in another video at some point, but it's minimal by BookTube standards, less than 100 for sure. I do have a trunk of books, or a box, I'm not sure which. A friend of mine packed it up for me actually, but I do have some books in a storage unit in Tennessee still, and I think it would make a really interesting video to go through those and like see which ones I still want to keep, because I'm sure that I could unhaul even more, to be honest, at this point. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next summer if I have time. And number 15, what advice would you give to new people starting a BookTube channel? So if you are just joining because you want to participate and have fun, just have fun and do what you like to do. If you're wanting to meet like-minded readers, I would suggest leaving comments on videos of people that you enjoy their reading style. And I would especially focus on people that are new to BookTube and entering the same year or so that you do. That's a great way to meet new friends. That's what I did. I have great friends from that experience. And if you want to be more professional about it, I would find people that are being successful in that, which I would say in like the 5,000 to 10,000 range and above. But really, you're going to find that those people are incredibly consistent about their uploading schedule, their areas of interest. Yeah, very consistent with that, but and specific as well. But yeah, find those people in like mostly I would say the 5,000 to 10,000 range, and try to make a list of, you know, what kind of things are they doing consistently. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, I'm supposed to tag some people, but I am actually, if you want to do this tag, please do. And I'm not going to type the questions in the question box. I apologize, but I will link someone who has, I will link Lady who tagged me, and I will link the channels that I talked about that are still active. So yeah, did I say thank you? Thank you. Thank you. And I'll chat again soon. Bye.